It's Madden NFL football. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be... Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. Roberts now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that's complete. It's Sims. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The numbers for Sermon in last week's game: 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're preparing for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Shaw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Daniels. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Shaw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On 3rd down, Beasley.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. Fights off the defender. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Shaw got his man complete over the middle. That's Robbins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Townsend. And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Shaw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. Shifts past him at the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Sims. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, Hancock. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Daniels. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Daniil Hunter, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels on the right side, caught by Green. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Back to throw. Daniels. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Off play action. Shaw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Shaw. Hard throw, incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, Shaw over the middle, complete. It's Robbins. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They give to Sermon out of the gun.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Here's Sermon.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Sermon.
And this time he is in.
Trey Sermon.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A just 4 plays.
And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Roberts on the return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again.
He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now Sims. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against his defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this number 1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long.
Finding Green complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Minnesota.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Second down at 5. Back to throw. Daniels. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Troutman, right side. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. He'll leave that underneath to Sermon, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A final shot before break. Daniels. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Joe Burrow has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Chiefs out on top. Patrick Mahomes having as hot a start as you can. 4 first-half touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. 2 touchdowns there for Jonathan Taylor. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, But for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
It defted. On that last carry, here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Shaw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 9 yards is the loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Parker, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. So here are the Vikings to take over. They are trying to
defense
snap that
time.
3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Daniels. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
On 2nd down now, it's Sims.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the option to give to Sermon here.
And he's He's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, Sermon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off play action. Shaw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Off the bootleg. Daniels. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Daniels. He gets it to Sims, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He completes this to Sutton, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a handoff, Sermon, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Again, it's Sermon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw. Shaw. Over the middle, complete. That's Robbins. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Shaw firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Robbins. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shaw.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Shaw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Sermon, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Sermon, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Roberts now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. On first down, Daniels. And caught right side, Green. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first and 10, Daniels. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Looking to throw. Daniels. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniels. Again, he targets Moore. This one is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Daniels. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now they run with Sims. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
No!
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
From the gun, Daniels. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. And his throw here's incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Daniels. Open man here. Sims complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Sermon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Shaw. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A give for Sermon running right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Shaw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun, Shaw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Beasley. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Sermon taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Roberts on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 28-20. At time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 3. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
And they will take a knee here. He'll decide to keep this once more. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than